Step into a world of romance and mystery with Tomorrow Rose, where candlelight flickers against stone walls, secrets linger in the shadows, and love is never as simple as it seems. Today we're diving into a topic that sits at the very heart of unforgettable storytelling: the strong heroine in a historical setting, and how to craft her in a way that feels powerful, authentic, and deeply believable. There's a delicate balance when writing women in the past. On one hand, we crave heroines who are bold, intelligent, and capable, women who take action, challenge expectations, and shape their own destinies. On the other hand, we are writing within worlds that were often restrictive, where power was not freely given, and where defiance came with real consequences. The magic lies not in ignoring these constraints, but in working within them, bending them, testing them, and sometimes breaking them in ways that feel earned. A strong heroine is not simply one who fights against her world. Strength, especially in historical romance, is far more nuanced than that. It can be quiet, it can be strategic, it can exist in the spaces between what is allowed and what is forbidden. A woman navigating a rigid society might not storm the gates, but she might control the room with a glance, or manipulate a conversation to her advantage, or quietly alter the course of her life through carefully chosen risks. This is where believability begins. A heroine who ignores the reality of her world feels disconnected from it, but a heroine who understands those boundaries, who chooses when to follow them and when to defy them, feels grounded, real, and compelling. Her strength isn't just in rebellion, it's in awareness. Consider the power of limitation. When a character has fewer options, every choice matters more. A letter sent in secret, a walk taken unchaperoned, a moment of honesty spoken at the wrong time. These small acts can carry enormous weight. And when your heroine chooses to act anyway, knowing the cost, that is where her strength truly shines. In historical and paranormal romance, this becomes even richer. Add a layer of the supernatural, a hidden ability, a forbidden knowledge, a connection to something beyond the ordinary, and suddenly your heroine exists in two worlds at once. She may be bound by society, but she is also touched by something that sets her apart. This duality creates tension, and tension is where both romance and character thrive. But strength is not the same as perfection. One of the most important elements of a believable heroine is vulnerability. She must want something deeply, love or freedom or safety or truth, and that desire must come with risk. If she cannot lose, then her choices do not matter. If she cannot be hurt, then her courage carries no weight. This is especially important in romance. The emotional arc between two characters depends on openness, on the willingness to be sane. A heroine who is always in control, always unshaken, creates distance instead of connection. But a heroine who struggles, who doubts, who fears, who hesitates, invites the audience into her journey. And then there's the question of rebellion. Not every strong heroine needs to be openly defiant. In fact, some of the most compelling characters are those who operate within the system rather than against it. They learn its rules, understand its expectations, and then find ways to use those structures to their advantage. A woman in a constrained society might wield influence through social standing, intelligence, alliances. She might play the part expected of her while quietly reshaping her circumstances beneath the surface. This kind of strength is subtle, but no less powerful. In many ways, it is more dangerous, because it goes unnoticed until it's too late. Of course, there are also heroines who do choose open defiance. They challenge authority, reject expectations, and carve their own paths with visible determination. But even here, believability still matters. Defiance should come with consequences. It should cost something. Maybe reputation, or safety, or a relationship. Those consequences don't weaken the character, they deepen her and make her feel more real. Because strength is not about escaping hardship. It's about enduring it, learning from it, and continuing forward anyway. Romance itself becomes more powerful when paired with this kind of character. A love story is not just about attraction, it's about transformation. When two people come together, they challenge each other, reveal hidden truths, and push one another towards growth. A strong heroine does not need to be tamed, nor should her strength disappear in the presence of love. Instead, the right partner sees her clearly and respects her for who she is. The relationship becomes a space where she can be both powerful and vulnerable, where she does not have to choose between strength and connection. This is where emotional intensity truly comes alive. The push and pull between independence and intimacy, between fear and desire, between what is safe and what is worth risking. It all feeds into a romance that feels layered and real. And in historical or paranormal settings, those stakes are heightened. The world itself becomes part of the conflict. Secrets can destroy reputations. Power can be dangerous. Love can be forbidden, not just socially, but magically, politically, or even existentially. Your heroine stands at the center of it all. Every choice she makes ripples outward, affecting not just her own life, but the lives of those around her. That weight, that responsibility, is part of what makes her strength so compelling. When crafting such a character, it helps to ask a few key questions. What does she want? And why does it matter so much to her? What is she afraid of losing? What is she willing to risk? And what is she not yet ready to sacrifice? Because often the most powerful moments in a story are not when a heroine stands tall and fearless, but when she hesitates and chooses courage anyway. Believability also comes from detail. The way she speaks, the way she moves through her world, the way she understands her place within it. All of these elements ground her in the setting. Research matters, but so does emotional truth. The reader must feel that she belongs in the world, even as she challenges it. And finally, remember that strength looks different for every character. There's no single mold, no perfect vision of a strong heroine. Some are fierce and outspoken. Others are quiet and observant. Some fight with swords, and others fight with words, with patience, or with resilience. What matters is not how loudly she defies the world, but how deeply she engages with it. Because at the heart of every unforgettable heroine is a woman who feels real, a woman who struggles, who hopes, who loves, and who dares to reach for something more, even when the odds are against her. This is the kind of character who lingers, the kind who draws readers back again and again and again, not just for the romance, but for the journey. And when you pair that journey with a world rich in history, shadowed by mystery, and threaded with magic, you create something unforgettable. A story where passion meets purpose, where love is hard won, and where strength is not just shown, but felt. That's it for today. Tell me in the comments about your favorite strong heroine, or the kind of character you love to read or write. Until we meet again, may your days be filled with passion and just a touch of magic.